Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today we're going to be reviewing some of the game mechanics of Panzer Corps 2 on Generalismus mode, so let's get into it. As you can see, Generalismus mode warrants a negative 80% to prestige and plus 20% base accuracy to the enemy. So what we're going to do is pull in north here, and then I'm going to set up the general trait of Trophies of War, and we're just going to test out how Trophies of War works on Generalismus mode. I've been told that Trophies of War is better than Liberator, and as you can see, Liberator gives you plus 50% prestige for capturing flags.
I salute your impeccable.
So that means each of these minor flags is typically worth 50 prestige, and then when you take Liberator, they're worth 25 extra prestige per flag. In addition to this, the major points are typically 100 and they net you 150 prestige. So just on these major points here, capture points, you get, since there's 4 on this map, you get an extra 200 prestige. So I just wanted to test this out. We're going to do a little bit of an encirclement here, just to see how Trophies of War works on Generalismus mode. So we're not going to be able to get an encirclement this turn, but I'm just going to set us up so that we can get it next turn. Let's hide this guy over here. Okay. Okay, so there's our encirclement. I'll get these guys suppressed a bit. And then they should surrender here. Okay, we're at 540 prestige, and now we're up to 88. So that was worth 48 prestige. So that was quite a bit. So on this map, we would be netting, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra minor points. That's 125. Plus 200 would be 325 extra prestige from victory points. So if you encircled another, let's just round up to 50. If you encircled another, say, 5 units, that would be 250 prestige points. So yeah, I could see where you would net a lot of prestige if you were encircling like 10 units a scenario. Obviously, this is an optimized situation where we got the encirclement very easily. The unit did not go down to 0 HP, which would not have given us any prestige. If you just decimate the unit and they don't surrender to you, you get 0 prestige. But people are telling me that Trophies of War is better than Liberator. In this scenario, it seems like it's about equivalent. If we got like 5 or 6 more encirclements, of course, if you take your time to do encirclements, you will net less prestige if you take more turns off the board, because every turn that you burn and you don't finish off the scenario, you're burning about 10% of the prestige that you would get. And if you hover over prestige here, you can see your bonus if you care to look, and that's going to vary from map to map. But I could definitely see how Trophies of War, if you're on the Russian front and you're able to get a lot of encirclements on the infantry, how that prestige could add up. What I would like to bring forward today is an alternative setup. So let's go new game. Since it seems like it's well worth it to get trophies of war, we'll go my normal green army build here. Retrograde, slow modernization, and then Liberator infantry and Panzer general. And I think those are essential. So this is going to net us probably like 300 or 400 extra gold. And this has the potential for netting you quite a bit extra prestige. Sorry, not gold. Um, and then if you get encircled enemies suffering 2x penalties, those two will synergize. And then, I like to go killer team. But as one of my commenters pointed out, if you go killer team, the heroes' basic abilities will kind of fall off as you go through your campaign, because just having 3 heroes isn't as important. But if you get killer team and you get the right heroes, I think that it can allow you to snowball early. And so this is sacrificing like Master of Blitzkrieg, but actually I would go Master of Blitzkrieg before killer team for sure, just because the movement of your panzers across those minor rivers is just so good. And then you could go perimeter control, allowing for extra movement yet again. So this might be the optimal setup right here to gain the most prestige, which is going to allow you to reinforce your units, and you're going to be reinforcing a lot with Green Army. And I'd like to test out a build where I don't use Green Army and I'm eluding all the time, because there are a lot of proponents for there are a lot of proponents against Green Army. I get a lot of negative feedback for going Green Army and for not going Trophies of War, but I think that you guys have proved to me that Trophies of War is as good as Liberator, if not better. It definitely has a higher cap to it, and you could definitely, if you go for those encirclements, get a lot of prestige that way. So thanks for the comments. You guys have definitely proven this mechanic to me. Please leave a like and subscribe. Consider supporting me on Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one.